This is the beginning of Seth Speaks, The Nature of Personal Reality, Chapter 4, Part 5. As we begin, I must note that Jane Roberts is currently in a trance as Seth. Let's begin. As Seth, Jane now did something rather unusual. She turned in her rocker to look at the clock that sits to her left and somewhat behind her on our combination bookcase and room divider. Speaking through Jane Roberts to Robert Butts, Seth says, "Now, take a brief break. I will then add some book material to get us further into the chapter, but I will not keep you over long." Now we return to the notes of Robert Butts. It is now 10:55 p.m. After Jane had come out of another far-out trance, as she put it, I was pleased to tell her that my writing hand was much improved and that Seth had answered her own questions. I went over the delivery with her, and we resumed at 11:08 p.m. Now we return to Seth speaking through Jane Roberts. Your beliefs always change to some extent. As an adult, you perform many activities that you believed that you could not as a child, for instance. You may, at the age of 3, believed it was dangerous to cross the street. By 30, hopefully, you have dismissed such a belief, though it fit very well and was necessary to you in your childhood. If your mother reinforced this belief telepathically and verbally through dire pictures of the potential danger involved in street crossing, however, then you would also carry within you that emotional fear and perhaps entertain imaginative considerations of possible accident. Your emotions and your imagination both follow your belief. When the belief vanishes, then the same emotional context is no longer entertained, and your imagination turns in other directions. Beliefs automatically mobilize your emotional and imaginative powers. Few beliefs are intellectual alone. When you are examining the contents of your conscious mind, you must learn or recognize the emotional and imaginative connotations that are connected with a given idea. There are various ways of altering the belief by substituting its opposite. One particular method is three-pronged. You generate the emotion opposite the one that arises from the belief you want to change, and you turn your imagination in the opposite direction from the one dictated by the belief. At the same time, you consciously assure yourself that the unsatisfactory belief is an idea about reality and not an aspect of reality itself. You realize that ideas are not stationary. Emotions and imagination move them in one direction or the other, reinforce them or negate them. Quite deliberately, you use your conscious mind playfully, creating a game as children do in which, for a time, you completely ignore what seems to be in physical terms and pretend that what you really want is real. If you are poor, you purposely pretend that you have all you need financially. Imagine how you will spend your money. If you are ill, imagine playfully that you are cured. See yourself doing what you would do if you cannot communicate with others. Imagine yourself doing so easily. If you feel your days dark and pointless, then imagine them filled and joyful. Now, This may sound impractical, yet in your daily life, you use your imagination and your emotions often at the service of far less worthy beliefs. And the results are quite clear. And let me add, unfortunately, practical. As it took a while for the unsatisfactory beliefs to become materialized, so it may be a time before you see physical results. But the new ideas will take growth and change your experience, certainly, as the old ones did. The process of imagining will also bring you face to face with other subsidiary ideas that may momentarily bring you up short. You may see where you held two quite conflicting ideas simultaneously and with equal vigor. In such a case, you stalemated yourself. You may believe that you have a right to health, and yet with equal intensity believe that the human condition is by nature tainted. So, you will try to be healthy and not healthy at the same time, or successful and not successful, according to your individual system of beliefs. For later in the book, you will see how beliefs will generally fall into a system of related ideas. This is the end of the evening. Robert Butts replies, "Very good, Seth." Seth replies, "I'm glad you approve." Robert Butts says, "Good night. I bid you a fine evening and a hearty introduction to good beliefs." Seth replies, "Thank you." The session ends at 11:33 p.m. This is the end of part 5 of The Nature of Personal Reality. Seth speaks. Let's chit-chat about it. So in this writing, Seth is conveying the idea that our beliefs play a significant role in shaping our emotions, our imagination, and ultimately, our reality. He emphasizes that beliefs are not static and can be changed. Seth suggests a method for altering beliefs by generating emotions and imagination opposite to those dictated by the undesirable belief, while consciously recognizing that the belief is just an idea about reality, not reality itself. Seth also encourages playfully using the conscious mind to imagine and act as if the desired beliefs are already true, and this will lead to positive changes in one's life. If you've enjoyed this reading, please consider giving it a like, sharing with a friend, and of course, subscribing for more. What did you think about this passage? I thought this was a good one. It kind of relates to the old notion of thoughts become things, but also gives us a glimpse into how to change our old beliefs into new ones, thus changing our old reality into a new and better one. What did you think? Until the next time, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. I'm Tony Victory, a wolf uncaged. Thank you.